All right, here we are. We are ready for grand finals, and we got an interesting matchup here. We got Kenza Clan. We got Trick or Treat versus Persistence, and we just watched Persistence in losers round 6. We kind of snuck a look into losers round to see how they played, and they just barely got a 3-2 victory over the Bunnies. So we've seen both these teams, Trick or Treat and Persistence, play. This is going to be a good set. That's all I got.
So, JPEG, while I was eating my sandwich during that break, I looked up some stats on both these teams. We were talking about in the opening, in the past 15 tournaments, 9 of the tournament winners were teams that have made Top Cut for the very first time. So this is the first time, or not the first time, but it's not too often that we're going to have a champion that is an experienced Top Cut team. Now, both these teams have some low ink hardware to them. Persistence, this is their third Top Cut. They finished in 3rd place before. Trick or Treat, this is their 3rd Top Cut. They finished in 4th place and 2nd place before losing to Destiny Troops when they finished in 2nd place. So both of these teams, they're tired of being the bridesmaid, and they want to get married today. So they're going to go out and get them a nice tournament win. And I can tell you right now, neither one of these teams are going to be satisfied with a silver medal.
That's for sure. Especially starting off with Clamplets on Schellendorf. I don't like saying that word, sorry. For a best of 7 grand finals, this will be interesting.
So we see the Camo Umbrella coming out for Persistence, along with the Inkjet Blaster. And we see on the side of Trick or Treat, nothing too unusual from what we've seen from them thus far. The Nautilus, and the T-Tech, but they do bring out an Inzap. We haven't seen them use too many armor weapons in the previous games, as they do go down with 2 players dropping immediately in this opening 30 seconds here.
Yeah, right now, not too much happening. Most players fighting on the roof. You can't see it, but never mind. Actually, all of them are just on right.
Poke getting a nice kill there. The Foil Squeezer, the last player alive, just kind of guarding their basket there. Does have bubbles ready. They'll probably use for defense, as Trick or Treat has a lot of clams ready to go. You see Poke getting on the roof, and it does make the throw. The Baller coming in here. The Baller will lose all those clams as they explode, but they can get the pick on this Blaster, which they're having a very difficult time doing. Nice kind of strafing there by Chan to get the pick, and that will keep the score only at 50 for Trick or Treat.
Alright, so seeing that's a nice lead to have before the halfway mark of the game.
With the opening push, you generally want to get at least below 60. So getting to 50 is very good for Trick or Treat here. But as you can see, they're having a lot of issues holding control of their glass here. As you do see Mevlin getting a very nice pick on that Brella before they can get the points off. But the Blaster, I don't know how the Blaster got right there.
Yeah,
but very nice play. As we've seen Chan with that Blaster get some very key picks so far in this opening 2 minutes.
Yeah, denying that Inkjet, although they did get the clam in, Trick or Treat did a good job stopping any further clams from coming in. And now they're ready for another push, with a few power claims getting built here. Seeing the armor getting popped, they're going for mid control.
Slipping past that Brella. The Ink Armor to get combined with this Inkjet, as they're able to get 2 picks. Very nice picks there with the T-Tech, possibly more, as you see the Hero Charger jumping in here, trying to hold off this push, as Trick or Treat's looking to get this KO.
Maybe. Most of the teammates are busy just spawn camping. A little bit of a bad word to say, but, that's how it is. But that's gonna let the game go on for perhaps another 2 minutes.
This isn't Splatfest. This is competitive.
That's true.
So here we go. Persistence able to avoid being KO'd here. As you see, the KAs are heavily going into the favor of Trick or Treat. They're getting all the picks they need. 3 players already in the double digits. As we got about 1:45 left to go here. We've seen the Blaster for Persistence get several key picks necessary that they need to stay in this one, but they're having a lot of they're having the issues staying alive after those picks come in.
Yeah, we saw this last set. Persistence did a really good job initiating pushes, but it doesn't seem like they were able to pull off that same sort of tactic in this game. They're doing a good job kind of just denying it entirely.
Yeah, Persistence able to get another score in, but don't have any clams to follow it up there, so they redeem literally nothing in that push, giving Trick or Treat another power clam to work with as we now reach about a minute left to go. If you're Persistence, you're going to have to find a way to get some picks here, but they also got to gobble up a lot of clams that just seem to be going in the favor of Trick or Treat right now.
Right now, a lot of players just kind of all over the place, but that's gonna be another barrier break by Trick or Treat, and
this is
they have enough
KO right here.
Yeah, that's gonna be game 1, just like that.
So Persistence, who won both Clam Blitz game and Losers Finals, gets KO'd over the course of 4 minutes here. But really, the story is just the KAs here going heavily in the favor of Trick or Treat, as you see all 3 Slayers and support weapons for Trick or Treat getting the job done. Now this is a bracket reset situation, right? Like Persistence is going to have to beat them twice in 2 best-of-7s, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So next up, we do have Splat Zones on the Reef, and we saw this earlier with Persistence, I believe. Unless I'm thinking incorrectly, but there was a good situation where a heavy player was doing a great job securing this area during Zones on Reef. I believe it was Bear Paw, but I could be mistaken.
We saw them on Reef Clam Blitz.
Okay.
It's probably the bunnies that we saw on the Reef. We're so used to seeing them.
Probably a good guess because they're on for half the stream.
But yeah, we now it was kind of interesting last time we saw Persistence, is because I've never seen Bear Paw come off of a heavy weapon before, especially giving it to somebody else, but they do have the sub and not their usual brush player that Persistence is known for, so they're doing a little bit of a different play style, but it does give them a bit of unpredictability just because the sub that they've been using, It's No Use, has brought out a wide variety of weapons, at least in that last set.
Both teams readied up, and we are going to watch game 2.
So here we go. We do see Bear Paw on the remix, and a Kensa Jr. Coming out for the side of Persistence as well from It's No Use. So again, that unpredictability of the sub, I definitely wasn't expecting a Kensa Jr. But you do see the Vanilla Jet. We see Trick or Treat use that before on this map and mode, but that was for Clam Blitz JPEG, not for Splat Zones.
It's true, but I think the concept still stands here. And I would like to point out Persistence playing 3 Kensa weapons. I think they're the real Kensa clan. I was gonna say that.
Oh gosh. So the zone going initially to Persistence as we see Trick or Treat trying to get control of bridge here. And it looks like they do, but they're going to need to drop down to get control of the zone. But this is the since they're doing the Inkjet Nautilus, this is the double Inkjet comp that we're used to seeing from Trick or Treat. And once again, the double Inkjet comp with no armor to support it. They've been using that really well in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, Trick or Treat, even though they're still not technically in the lead, they're set for it, and they're in their spawn. They're harassing them, and it's looking pretty good for them. And right now, they got bridge. They got the map in control here.
Yeah, it's just 1 point away. The zone teetering back and forth between both teams as it's currently stalled. You see Poke here trying to just keep attention away from the zone long enough, so the lead will go to Trick or Treat. Oh, and a nice Splat Bomb kill. So with 2 players down for Persistence and Trick or Treat rushing up ahead, able to get another pick, Trick or Treat retains control of the zone and will have an opportunity to create a lockout situation here, but they do kind of have a hen in their weasel in their hen house, so to speak, but they do flush them out.
Yeah, we've been watching Poke here for a while, and they're wreaking havoc, going all over the map. Commentators, I need to stop this. But
that was
they were going off, and
that was a bubble pop. That I believe the bubble pop got 2 people, and then 1 more dropped down. So a nice bubble triple for It's No Use. You're rocking the Kensa Jr. there. Very nice play
here. They just secured the map like that.
Yeah, just when it was all looking lost for Persistence, a very nice triple there, and now they're the ones in control. However, Bear Paw going down.
Bridge. That's going to be a little suspicious when they need to keep all the map control, because right now Trick or Treat's taking it back almost instantly here.
Yeah, nice response by Trick or Treat. It looked like they were going to be in a lockout situation. However, they were able to respond and get the picks they needed, starting with picking off Bear Paw on the heavy, which just kind of led to the domino effect of taking out the other players as well. As you see the Booyah Bomb coming up here, trying to knock players off the bridge instead of trying to paint the zone. They want to get control of that bridge there. And now the second Booyah Bomb off, going for the zone. But it's not going to be enough to cap. And with the bubble user dying, those bubbles are just going to kind of float off into space, harmlessly away from zone.
Yeah, right now Trick or Treat getting points on the board. Persistence is going to have to work overtime and quickly to just get the zone, get a penalty. 1 minute left on the clock. I mean, they're going to have to get going here.
I didn't see how the Kensa Jr. died, but that's going to be huge. It was like a 2v1 situation there for a little bit, but knocking out the Kensa Jr., the main painting weapon. But regardless, Trick or Treat does lose control of zone to Persistence here. So, but 3 players going down. Persistence will lose control of the zone. But with a full minute left to go, there's still plenty of time for Persistence to come back, especially with all these penalty points that Trick or Treat has to chew through.
Yeah, missiles and jet on the side of Trick or Treat. That's going to slow down Persistence a little more, but they do get that good pick. Oh, Bubbles might get stopped. Unfortunate. That's going to be a wipe on the side of Persistence. And it's not looking too good for them. 40 seconds left, and points are about to start getting added.
They're going to have to take care of that K-Pro. They do, but lose too many players in the process as the Nautilus comes up and cleans up everything that was missed. So this will be a KO, and 2 games quickly going to the favor of Trick or Treat by via 2 rather lengthy KOs. But they're now 2 games away from winning this entire tournament. Persistence got a lot of work they need to do to force this bracket reset. But again, as you look at the KAs right there, that kind of tells the story. Trick or Treat's just able to get the kills, and get the kills exactly when they need them, whereas Persistence is just struggling to get consistent KAs there.
Yeah, next up we're seeing Starfish Tower Control. We've seen this map plenty of times during other games earlier today.
Yeah, Starfish Rainmaker's the only thing we haven't seen from this map and mode yet. But we have seen Tower Control. And honestly, this is a map mode combo where Persistence is really going to miss their brush. Just because there's so many flanks that can be going off here. And they did lose this one to the Bunnies in the last set, the same map and mode here. But both teams rating up extremely quickly. They're ready to get this game going. They want to get their Sunday activities started quickly. I like that.
Yeah, so game 3. Hopefully Persistence can get a game on the board, maybe get some momentum going, but otherwise it's looking like Trick or Treat might start dominating this set.
And that's a Kensa machine coming out from It's No Use. That's got to be the 7th different weapon It's No Use has busted out in these last 2 sets that we've seen them play. A lot of versatility from that player, whoever they are. As you see, Persistence getting control of mid in the beginning here. Once again, Trick or Treat with the double Inkjet comp with no armor. And in this double armor meta that we're currently in, Trick or Treat couldn't really care less about armor.
Yeah, it looks like Trick or Treat has a great advantage to start pushing right here. A lot of Persistent players responding right now. And lots of specials charged. They have a Ray, and I believe it's a Jet. Yep, that's Jet right there. Gonna take another 2 down. This is not looking too good on the side of Persistence.
Yeah, they have control of the plat. And the Booyah Bomb coming off here won't do much except stall the tower for just a little bit. Won't get any picks as 2 players go down. Make that 3. Make that a full wipe with Bearpaw just responding. So this second checkpoint will fall with little to no resistance. As you see, Persistence is now trying desperately to get back to that tower, but another... Oh, they do... Persistence is able to get a couple of picks there. But will... Trick or Treat will not be able to get past that second checkpoint, but still, damage already done with 2.5 checkpoints falling on 1 push alone for Trick or Treat.
Absolutely. Persistence has to make the greatest push you'll ever see to get past this one.
Well, if you're Persistence, you think we just got to take this 1 checkpoint at a time. They got to find a way to get past that first one. We'll get the second and third one when the opportunity presents itself. But to do so, they're just going to have to find ways to start getting a lot of picks, and that's something they've been struggling against this this very good mechanical skill team that we see in Trick or Treat.
Yeah, and again, Trick or Treat's still going in. I don't think they're going to go for a KO this time, but they're doing a good job just keeping Persistence out, not allowing them to even initiate a push at all.
Yeah, they do get the delayed wipe there, but as we do reach the halfway point as far as time is concerned, map control will go in the favor of Persistence, at least for now. But they're going to, once again, they gotta find a way to get a pick or 2 and then capitalize off of it. And that might be the pick they need right there, knocking out the Nautilus and the Charger as well. So you see Chan off on the side here trying to get a play, does get a trade, and that might lead to Persistence getting past the second checkpoint. As you see the Booyah going directly for the snipe. They understand what areas they need to control to get past this checkpoint here. So baby steps. The first JPEG, the first checkpoint does fall. Oh, possibly the second one here. What's going? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, no, right now Persistence is picking their targets well. I think Trick or Treat's playing a little sloppy. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but a lot of them have been singled out. Not now, they seem to have figured it out now, but before that, before they were starting to push, a lot of them were getting singled out.
It all depends on this roller. Can the roller even get back to the tower? It cannot, but the roller should be still somewhere near. It looks like Trick or Treat's trying to sniff out that roller.
Oh, right now I think Trick or Treat's got this. Never mind. Commentators curse. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think Bearpaw on the tower. Really strong combo. A lot of them are pushing up. That roller has lots of turf to play around in, and they're so close to 8 points. They need the 8 points. They need to do it now. Unfortunately, a splashdown and a Booyah might slow them down enough, but Hope's there to stop. Hope goes down.
Once again, it comes down to the roller, and the roller does go down, so that will end. But more importantly, with that roller dying, they can't get those jumps back in, but they do clear those 2 checkpoints. So they just have to hop on tower. They won't be slowed down all the way to the chance to take the lead there. But if you're Persistence, you gotta find a way to win this one. You can't go down 0-3, and this is the best chance you have at winning.
Persistence has proven they can get this. They just need to do it again. But 20 seconds left on the clock, that's a lot of pressure. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
There they go. The pro is down. As you see, It's No Use up in front, so they are going to get a push here. They do have a Booyah Bomb they can use for defense. I don't know if Bearpaw's the one right in the tower, but there goes the trade. The Stingray is going to come out. I don't know if they can survive the Stingray or not. Along with the Inkjet coming out from Trick or Treat, can Bear Paw get on the tower? The Inkjet able to stop that. Oh, but wait, the roller hops on. If the what's going on
jumps here?
Get this other jump. Can they keep this going?
No.
Oh, wow. Persistence almost pulled out what would have been an epic comeback there. But even though Persistence loses and they are now forced in a very difficult spot, you got to think, okay, we did show some life there. We just got to take this one game at a time.
Persistence had me worried before this game, but right now I think they can do it. They can at least get a couple games in this set. But however, Trick or Treat one more game and they win.
You know, a good way, or a good reason why Trick or Treat was able to hold on at that very last checkpoint there is that they were able to keep control of their lights, which is from Trick or Treat's perspective is the left side of the map, that upper left area that just overlooks that checkpoint there. Persistence couldn't do anything about whoever was camped out on there, raining down on the tower, and that's ultimately what kept them from getting the lead when they just needed about a few more points to do so. But here we go. Persistence is going to have to find a way to do a bracket reset here in the grand finals, and they got to do it starting with Manta Maria Rainmaker.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't like Rainmaker, but if I have to play Rainmaker, this map isn't too bad. So, I'm not sure. I mean, a lot of these... I mean, both these teams have been pretty calm, collected, precise, as opposed to a lot of other matches we've watched earlier. So I'm curious to see how both these teams play Rainmaker.
Well, all that goes out the window at this point, because we're now in hour 8 between both days of this tournament. And now you're Trick or Treat, and you're thinking we're one win away, and we can finally get banned from this tournament. And then Persistence, we're gonna have to see how they play now that the backs are completely against the wall at this point, having to win these next 4 to force a bracket reset.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This could be our last game. I hope not, to be honest, but that's just how it is. Seeing no backline on the side of Persistence.
No. I was going to say no backline either, but that is the vanilla.
Yeah, that's the vanilla. And we saw this earlier. Those we talked about this earlier, at least. The mist can slow you down, and this does work on this map pretty well. So I wonder how well they're going to play that. Poke going for a flank. I don't know if it's worked out, but at least will distract them.
Yeah, if Poke was able to get a couple of picks there. Actually, this is a double T-Tech comp coming out here. I mean, one's using T-Tech and one's using Octo Shot.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
For aesthetic reasons, but a double splatter shot comp coming out here for Wait, no, this is that's Trick or Treat coming out with that kind of shot. But yeah, a very aggressive comp coming out once again for Persistence. I think that's Bear Paw who's using NZAP. The last time they went with the Nautilus, it wasn't Bear Paw using it instead. Like them to use NZAP. Oh, and here we go. Here's the push they're gonna need to make. A nice play by It's No Use to get the flanker behind who could have stopped it. And that is a huge score for this map and mode. Dropping down to that pit is very difficult to do, and Persistence was able to do that and keep their NZAP alive who jumps out there.
Yeah, Persistence saw the opportunity. There were 2 down, they took them out, and they picked up the Rainmaker and just went. And that's a good sign, because I think they could keep doing that, because it wasn't like a quad, it wasn't like anything huge, it was just 2 down, they took it and went.
So with this kind of lead here, with Persistence, you got to think, okay, are we going to try to find an opportunity to get the Rainmaker deep into their base again? Because it's going to be kind of difficult for them to play defense with this comp. They don't really have too many specials they could use to instantly shut down the Rainmaker like a Stingray if they needed to for defensive purposes. Oh, and they're going the sneaky way on the left there, well, before dropping back to mid. So great defense there by Persistence, as they do get a delayed wipe. That T-Tech did just respond.
We're seeing the same situation again. I think they're just going to keep pushing it. waiting for his teammates to push forward. Maybe not the greatest idea because they were all responding at the time, but
yeah, you see Bear Paw here trying to get into a position to make something happen. Jumps out, realizing they were going to die, overextending a little bit. But yeah, they're being patient with the Rainmaker. Now they see an opportunity, but I don't think the Rainmaker sees Poke there. Popping Inkjet and is able to get a pick, possibly two, with missiles coming from the heavens. And one more jump, there's no way that player can survive, can they? Oh, but it's the roller, so a nice trade there.
Yeah, that's a good way to away.
But with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go, and really the enemy here for Persistence is just the clock. You know, they just want to bleed as much time as possible and get this game over with.
Yeah, we saw that they weren't even trying to push the Rainmaker; they were just holding it. And as long as you're holding the Rainmaker, the enemy team will not. So that's a perfectly fine game plan.
Yeah, we were talking about Stingray not being a part of Persistence's comp. Since they're using the Vanilla Jet with Toxic Mist to slow down Rainmaker, that Toxic Mist not going to do too much, not going to be too much of a help to you when you're playing from behind. So without that Stingray, but here comes the opportunity here to get lead as they go through the cut. And if they can get a pick on Chan here, they might just get it. Two players, the Inzap. The Inzap's the last one alive, and the Inzap gets the pick. Wow!
I don't know if this can be enough though, because now they got missiles on the bubble. Oh, is anyone there?
There. One more thing. That's the delayed wipe. Wow! What a hero play by Bear Paw on the Inzap. In a 1v4 situation, kills the Rainmaker and saves the lead. Persistence holding on with 1 minute left to go. What a play!
Yeah. And they still have... Nope, I'm incorrect. Trick or Treat has map control. They can still do this, but 2 down on both sides. This is not looking too good for Trick or Treat right now. Persistence grabbing the Rainmaker again. They don't care at this point. As long as the Rainmaker is being put in weird spots and delaying Trick or Treat's push.
Yeah, you got to think Persistence might be thinking, we can't really add to our lead. What's the awkward spot that we can put this Rainmaker that's going to make it more difficult for them? And instead, they just kind of die with the Rainmaker on the street. The roller last one alive, getting sniffed out by Sayo there. So here we go. One more push by Trick or Treat to win this tournament. If they can get the right picks that they need with this Inkjet in a very good position. 5 seconds left to go. This will go to overtime, and 2 players down once again. Can the Nautilus get a pick? Oh, no. It's going to come down to if Bear Paw can get the pick or not. And once again, Persistence refusing to lose. So many opportunities for Persistence to choke away that lead, but making hero play after hero play when needed. Bear Paw dropping the remix for Inzap, making the key kills. What a performance by Persistence.
I didn't even know who won there for like a good 5 seconds. So I was like, hold on. Alright, well, Persistence took a game. They've proven they can do it. So, maybe they can keep going. Sturgeon Shipyard on Clan Blitz. Trick or Treat won the last Clan Blitz game. Hopefully, Persistence maybe gonna change their playstyle and adjust to what Trick or Treat's doing.
So I have no commentary experience as far as like what you should do to get a bracket reset victory, because I've never done it myself. It's an extremely difficult thing to do, but it's all about momentum. If you're Persistence, you got to be thinking, okay, we won that game, but it was Rainmaker. If we can find a way to win the second one, and we put a little bit of seed of doubt into the other team, momentum can carry you to that win in Game 3 and Game 4. And as I was talking there, both teams already readied up. They're wasting no time. Persistence trying to ride this momentum and not waste any time. They come out with a Soda Slosher and a double T-Tech comp coming out for the side of Trick or Treat. I wonder what made them decide to drop Octo Shot for T-Tech.
Crucial. But it's like, I was gonna say something.
Well, there's still no anchor comp.
That's true, actually, yeah, now that you mentioned. Well, there is a sniper on the side of Trick or Treat.
Well, but Persistence, again, with Bear Paw electing to keep that Inzap going. They must be filling that Inzap. to use it instead of a heavy. I mean, it worked out last game, but
we saw this earlier on this map mode, no backline by element, and it worked fine for them because this map mode really, I mean, you can, a backliner helps, but having a lot of aggression also could work, so.
Nice picks there by Sayo. You saw the Nautilus going in there with Baller, but the Baller did get denied before any jumps could come in. But you do see a jump going in right here. If the camera would go back to it, I think the... Oh no, they are able to score. What's going on? There we go. There we go. Okay, so not some damage was done there somehow by Trick or Treat, but ultimately not enough to be anything substantial than a opening lead for Trick or Treat.
Yeah, it's nothing huge, but you know, a nice opening lead can help a lot. So seeing the jet help by Trick or Treat, I don't know if it's gonna do much. I don't know if that was a good time to use it, considering no one has any claims right now. But gonna corner himself.
Bear Paw once again getting the key kills there, building up armor. Already popped off 3 armors in the first 2 minutes here as Persistence. Somebody's yelling for this way, so they're in a position to score, using the splashdown to clear out, but all the other players, I believe a jump was coming in, but got killed before the jump could actually happen. Either that or the jump did land and just died before a clam could be thrown. So a nice defense there by Trick or Treat as they look to take control of mid once again and put pressure back on Persistence.
It seems 2 clams on the side of Persistence. If they can just keep them, and Trick or Treat's making it incredibly hard just to even be in mid. But if they can just get those clams out, seeing some bubbles and some this ways, maybe they can get some jumps in.
If they do score here,
they do.
They do get a second power clam in as well. And you see this no use drowning an opponent there with the burst bomb rush. Did have some clams, but the clams do die along with it's no use with the soda slosher there. But still, lead goes to Persistence with about 2 minutes left to go. It's not the biggest lead in the world, as just a power clam and a few other small clams would be enough to convert it back to Trick or Treat's favor. But with the difficulty Trick or Treat has had getting to Persistence's side of the map, you don't know if another push could be coming.
Yeah, absolutely, with armor coming out on the side of Persistence. Maybe a little early, because now they're all getting picked off. But they're still in the lead. I think we saw this before with Rainmaker. Persistence can just wait. I mean, they're going to continue pushing, but now that they can relax a little bit. They have the lead. It's a lot easier to fight people when they're coming to you. So
yes, and you see the clam, the soda slosher getting up on the snipe there. So they do get 15 more points, but so many players dying, and and another player going down. This is going to be Trick or Treat's opportunity to win this whole tournament right here, actually, as they come in with 1 power clam and using a baller behind it. Ooh. The second power clam, 3 power clams go in, and that's the lead. They still have a mercy clam back at spawn. It looks like somebody's jumping out to go get it. Persistence is in deep trouble right here, and Trick or Treat 45 seconds away from finally winning low ink if they could just hold on here. But Persistence with 2 picks already. Oh, and they got a lot of clams. I don't know if they pick up the mercy clam they have to go with or not. But Chan did get a kick.
Gonna do it. Ooh, very good play. I did not expect to pass there. However, I don't think there's anyone to follow up properly.
Oh, there is. They're just one click. They get lead back. Wow. What? They might get a KO here. They just need 2 more clams to do it. And with 15 seconds left to go, that'll be the end of the push. But here we go. Persistence with a huge comeback. But look at all those clams. Kyle is putting up there.
And they still have that pity that just spawned.
And Kyle's in position. They could get the jump here. But the soda sauce
are they camping it? They're camping it.
The score just
one more. Ooh, but he's gonna fall right here. Be able to pick it up. That's gonna get in.
Oh, one more fall in. Game! My goodness, Persistence saving it off.
Alrighty.
Wow.
Wow, my gosh.
Persistence refusing to lose. And this, if you're going to do a bracket reset, you lost those. You're in your trick or treat, and you've lost those 2 games now. All you have to do if you're Persistence is plant that seed of doubt. That's twice now that trick or treat was just frames away from winning this tournament that Persistence has denied twice. That is hard to come back from.
Yeah, I have nothing. I mean, after that speaks for itself.
2 huge wins for Persistence as we now go to Anchovy Games on Splat Zones. We're going to see how quickly these 2 teams ready up. Persistence wants to keep this momentum going. They don't want to waste any time. They don't want Trick or Treat to recollect themselves. They want to hit the gas and get this game going now and keep the momentum going. My goodness.
Maybe not. They're taking their time now. I think Persistence knows what's going to happen. They're going to plan. I mean, last game, they were instantly ready. So, I mean, Splat Zones Anchovy, that's a bit different. I mean, unlike Clan Blitz, where you have to, like, move around the map, push in, push out, this map mode, it's all in mid, unless you push up. But most of the time, you're staying in one spot.
The question here becomes, what kind of weapon is Persistence going to bring out? Are they going to come out with that non-backliner comp that's been working for them these last couple of games, or is Bear Paw going to go back to the remix or some other heavy weapon? So there's a lot of interesting thoughts that are going to be going through their head here as they decide what their comp is. And yeah, you're right. Persistence taking a lot more time just trying to figure out what their game plan for this specific map and mode is. But you got to know that in their VC right now, they're probably pretty hype over what happened those last 2 games. Heart rate's got to be going through the roof at this point for both teams.
As we ready up, took them the whole lobby time. So they definitely have something up their sleeve here. They're playing something.
Trick or Treat still 1 game away from winning this entire tournament. They want nothing more than to get this over with here. And okay, so here's what we see from Trick or Treat. We see that double inkjet comp that they've been using, but this is the first time they've decided to bust out armor to go along with it. We'll see if that will be the difference here, if they can combine their specials in the right way to get the picks they need.
Yeah, right now I think Trick or Treat's definitely going for the turf comp. They got the Booyah Bomb, they got Knot, Zap, and Shot. So I think the plan is just to keep that zone. But right now, Persistence, looking at their comp, they got range, they got the rain, they got the Booyah Bomb. They're definitely going for outranging them.
Yes, and they still have an N-Zap. However, it's no use that's using the N-Zap. The Bear Paw with the ballpoint, the weapon we were kind of expecting from them. As you see, Bear Paw pushed all the way up in the zone, getting a nice pick there, and that will give lead, to Persistence as they look to hold on to it a little bit longer with the N-Zap going down on this side of Trick or Treat. So there's not going to be any armor to go along with those ink jets that are already ready.
After 1 minute, we're already down below 50 points, so Trick or Treat's going to need to... They need to understand the pressure of this situation. Persistence can win now. Like, they just won 2 games. They have the momentum. Trick or Treat's going to have to really pull through here.
This game could be KO'd right here if Ink can get a nice pick here on the plat. Actually, here are all the players for Trick or Treat. Are they coming around for a flank here?
I wonder if they were. I think they were waiting to be together because they all struck at once, which worked out in the end because now there's 3 down on the side of Persistence.
They are able to cap the zone there. That looked pretty scary because it looked like there's nobody on plat and time there away. But it looked like they were able to get some sort of pincer going on through the window, and we're able to get control of zone. And now they're done with their penalty points as they're looking to chip away. And honestly, once you get lead here for Trick or Treat, the game's pretty much over because it's going to be difficult not to get a KO with only 2 points remaining.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's either hold on to this lead for Persistence or take home the 2nd place medal at this point.
Yeah, Persistence is under so much pressure. But right now, they're really pulling through here. seeing armor from Trick or Treat. Persistence is gonna have to really work around these specials, but as well. Seeing a cap from them and a booyah. They're really just delaying through all their specials, trying to extend that power.
Yeah, this is the second time in this potential reverse sweep that Persistence is pulling off here, where they've gotten the lead early and they've just had the only enemy that's been working against them is the clock. They just need time to bleed away so that they can win without having to worry about getting the KO here. And as the NZAP once again goes down for Trick or Treat, so Persistence, every time it looks like they're just about to get wiped, a player or two goes down for Trick or Treat and Zone immediately going back to Persistence. But you do see a couple of players now going down for Persistence. Yes, here comes the first real lockout situation so far in this game for Trick or Treat.
Yeah, Trick or Treat's been doing this quite a bit in previous sets and a little bit in this set, so be interesting to see how Persistence can respond to a situation like this. I mean, they're throwing out a couple range. They do have the Booyah Bomb. Two down by the Jet, and that's 3. Oh no! In the coins. This might be it.
This very well might be it. Persistence has been going in 2 players at a time and just been kicked off. Another huge pick. This could be the entire tournament right here for Trick or Treat, unless another hero play can come out. Lead will go down. This does get
zone, and they win.
And Trick or Treat avoids the upset in reverse sweep and finally wins Low Ink in the most dramatic of fashions. Wow, what a finish and what a heartbreaking loss for Persistence, who came so close to pulling off a potential Game 7 in reverse sweep.
Yeah, that would have been insane, but Trick or Treat said no.
I don't think Trick or Treat cares.
No, I don't think
they're
they
happy
care at all.
to finally get this tournament over with and finally get that monkey off their back. Again, they finished in 2nd place and 4th place in this tournament before, but now they can finally say that they can't play in it anymore because they are officially banned as champions of Low Ink. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen them so many times, and I'm glad to see them gone in the best way possible. So, with that, I would like to personally thank you guys for tuning in for Grand Finals. Even if you didn't watch the whole thing, just watch the Grand Finals. Thank you for stopping by. Popkin, you have anything to add?
I do not, but I believe our tournament host, Hoen, does. So, Hoen, take it away.